presentation today. We're Team 1683, the Techno Titans, and today we will be presenting how to win the most business awards. Before we begin, allow us to introduce yourselves. My name is Sid Deva, and this is my second year on the team, and I'm the current communications leader.
And my name is Coco Lu. This is also my second year on the team, and I'm the current outreach lead. Over the course of this presentation, we will go over the strategies that our team used to win awards. We will tie it back together at the end of the presentation about how these things that we did helped us to win the awards. First, we will go over our team background. Then we will have a list of awards and how we won them, starting with step 1, team organization. Step 2, team functionality, and step 3, actually competing for the awards. We, the Techno Titans, started back in 2005, based out of Northview High School in Johns Creek, Georgia. Our main goal is to create a collaborative environment where parents, mentors, and especially student leaders act as role models, inspiring future generations to pursue a career in STEM.
As you can see, there was a spike in awards related to entrepreneurship our team started winning in 2018 and 2020. This was not a random stroke of luck that our team had. In fact, it was a calculated effort made by our team. In 2015, we founded the Techno Titans nonprofit organization, which allows our team to be financially independent from our school and receive the many other benefits associated with being a nonprofit. Essentially, this has allowed us to grow bigger than we otherwise could have. However, in 2018, our business team still didn't have an organization or the size that we have today, and many parts of the business team weren't as effective as they are today. To remedy these problems, our team came up with a new organizational structure that improved the overall efficiency of our team.
The first step to our business's success lies within our team organization. Most of our team organization has stayed the same over our team's history, with our president-vice president model and the engineering subteams. But our business subteam has changed drastically, or namely, it expanded. Almost half of our current team is in business, so having an organized team structure is very important and allows us to know what each part of the team does, more specifically the business subteam. Understanding what each different part of our business team does is an essential to getting things done and winning awards. Within our business subteam, we have divided the tasks up into 4 smaller sections: outreach, marketing, app dev, and communications. The first business subteam is called outreach. The way we structure our outreach is based around what we call the Titan cycle. The Titan cycle is our team's way of getting people involved in STEM. The first of this cycle is called exposure, or where our team tries to spread the word of STEM and FIRST to the community. The next step is called involvement, where the team members actually participate in FIRST activities. And the third and final step, impact, is when after our members have been involved, they create an impact on others by giving back. They help to expose the next generation of students to STEM, get them involved, and continue the cycle. The first step of the Titan cycle is called exposure. One way we introduce kids to STEM and FIRST is through our annual summer camp. This is an event that our team has held every year since 2015, and since our first ever camp, it's all been 1 or 2 weeks of STEM curriculum. We teach at least 50 kids per year, and this is a way to get them interested in STEM and robotics starting at a young age. This later helps them get into FIRST LEGO League teams or FLL teams, and also helps them get started in the cycle of FIRST. The responsibility of organizing this event goes to the outreach team. Every year, our outreach team sends out emails to our team members to spread the word that we are holding a summer camp, and those who are interested are provided with a link to sign up. This year, even with the COVID-19 pandemic going on, we were able to continue our summer camp by creating an online version. We also made the online camp free. Traditionally, the summer camp is one of our biggest fundraisers, but especially this year, we wanted to make sure that every child, regardless of their financial situation, had a chance to get involved in STEM. We organized Zoom calls with students from around Atlanta and taught them about the basics of robotics and coding by using these little blocks called microbits. They allow for block-based programming and have an intuitive web-based teaching platform. By the end of the second week, students were even able to create robot cars. Additionally, some of these students became so excited about FIRST that they joined our new FLL team. More on that later. Our outreach team is also responsible for getting the word out there about our team, STEM, and FIRST. One way in which our team fulfills this duty is by attending various events ranging from our school's home football games to marathons, showing our t-shirt shooting robot Kronos. Our robot has impacted over 25,000 people since 2016, and the outreach members take advantage of those large groups to inform them about our team. People see Kronos and think that it's cool because it's a different approach to outreach, so it interests them and they ask questions. Partaking in these events helps us support the charity's causes, and it allows us to show how STEM can tie into such causes and spread FIRST's message. Further community outreach events that we have participated in include the Asian New Life Foundation, in which we raised awareness to bone marrow cancer to help out families in our own communities suffering through these illnesses. Additionally, we made a robot specific to outreach named Zippy, and we attended multiple IEEE Family Science Nights by bringing it to local elementary schools, engaging little kids and their parents in FIRST, and showing them what it's like to be on a robotics team.
The next step of the Titan cycle is called involvement, and this is where we try to get people involved in FIRST-related activities. Our outreach team holds the responsibility of maintaining a volunteer cycle that sends out volunteers to the FLO and FRC teams that we mentor to get people to volunteer on our team. To get people to volunteer, our team awards people who volunteer with Titan points. The volunteers can then use these points to reduce their registration fee next year or get a discount on our merchandise. Additionally, we create a new team every year and have done so for the past year. Our team also tries to get a lot of female involvement as well. One way to do this is through collaboration with the GIS club in our school. The GIS club, also known as the Girls in STEM Club, is basically a club in our school where they try to get more female involvement in STEM-related activities. Our team is currently made up of 22% girls, and majority of them are part of that club. And through that club, they lead initiatives to get more females involved into STEM. One way to do this is by founding one and mentoring two all-girls FLL teams. We also had guest speaker Stephanie Epsey come in and talk about female involvement in FIRST work fields.
The last part of the Titan cycle, impact, is when after our members have been involved, they create an impact on others by giving back. They help to expose the next generation of students to STEM, get them involved, and continue the cycle. Some ways that members that have been involved in FIRST can give back and make an impact on the community are by becoming FLL mentors, teaching boot camps, and participating in the Georgia FIRST Symposium. Becoming an FLL mentors allows members to help teach younger generations and introduce them to FIRST. Teaching boot camps helps freshmen learn about the team, and participating in the Georgia FIRST Symposium allows us to interact with other teams by teaching them and learning from them as well. All of these ways allow our FIRST involved members to help teach the younger generations, introduce them to FIRST, and continue the cycle.
The next business sub-team we're going to talk about is communications. The main purpose of this team is to acquire funding, and the first way to do this is through gaining and retaining sponsors. There's a process our team follows to acquire sponsors. Part of that process are cold calls, grants, and fundraisers. We will get into how each one is conducted in the following slides. The first way we acquire sponsors is through cold calls. beginning of each year, people interested in the sub-team create an Excel document. Then, for the next day or two, they go onto Google Maps and look for local businesses around us. No matter what the business specializes, we make sure to list it on the Excel document, because funding doesn't only have to be in monetary form. It could also be in services or goods. Once we are satisfied with the number of businesses collected, each member starts going on the website of each business, and once they collect an adequate amount of information about that business, they then call them. We continue to do this until we're completely done with the list. Another way the sub-team acquires funding is through grants. There's also a process that we follow for this activity. Similar to the cold calls, an Excel document is made, but this time, members go online and look for companies offering grants. Most of the time, grants require an essay submission as to why we should receive their grant. Each member then picks out a grant that they want to apply for and begins writing. Once they are finished with the essay, they then submit it to one of our mentors, Ms. DeLuca, who is an expert when it comes to literature. And once she's done, when we get approval from her, the grant is then submitted. The last way we acquire sponsors is through fundraisers. Throughout the year, our communications team is responsible for organizing fundraisers. They have organized fundraisers with restaurants such as Moe's, Domino's, Chipotle, and Panda Express. The way we organize fundraisers is by first contacting the individual brand and asking them if they're willing to hold a fundraiser. When they accept, we announce the fundraiser to the news to the rest of the team, and they spread it around the school and to the families and friends. For example, for the Domino's fundraiser, our team sold the sliced pizza cards for $10 each. These cards were a huge success, and hundreds of dollars were raised for our team.
The third business sub-team that we will talk about is called App Development. The role of this team is probably the most unique one out of all the sub-teams. The App Development team, or App Dev as we like to call it, is in charge of making apps. Every year, they design a wide variety of apps, ranging from ones that help teams perform better at events to games that were made around that respective year's theme. The apps that they create not only keep our team engaged, but they also have had a huge impact in spreading STEM throughout the world. For example, our app last year was downloaded in 4 different continents. Additionally, they have also created apps for productivity, such as an app that we are working with Georgia First on. In 2018, our game was called Titan Power Up, and it was themed around the 2018 first Power Up. It is a side-scroller game where you have to collect power cubes and avoid obstacles coming your way. In 2019, we created a game called Destination Titan, influenced by that year's game theme, Destination Deep Space. The goal of this game was to try to not get hit by asteroids and get the highest score possible. 2020, this year, we created a doodle jump spin-off called Titan Rise, where you try to get the highest score possible, and it was influenced by this year's game, Infinite Recharge. We also created a scouting app that allows our team to collect data on other teams during competition, and we use that to form the best team possible and help us in future matches.
The last sub-team we're going to talk about is marketing. The whole point of the marketing sub-team is to present our team well in the public eye. There are many ways as to which they do this. What better way to present our team than in pictures and videos? For almost any kind of event or activity, our marketing team makes sure to document it. Our team has a ton of high-end media equipment, ranging from microphones to cameras. The marketing team utilizes equipment to document practically anything our team does. At first events, they take advantage of the media pass by constantly taking pictures of our members and robots at the competitions. You might be wondering, where do all these pictures and videos get published? Well, one way we publish these videos is on our YouTube channel. Here on our YouTube channel, you can find multiple review videos. All those pictures and videos are then edited through the use of Adobe. Once the pictures and videos are finalized, they're uploaded to the Technotimes Media Google Photos album to store for the future. Our Google Photos now has thousands of photos and videos related to our team. In fact, all of the pictures of our team that you see in this presentation are from our Google Photos. We also utilize SD cards to store photos and videos. With all those photos and videos, our marketing team sends out weekly updates to our sponsors through a special software named Cyrano, also one of our sponsors. Through Cyrano, the marketing team is able to send out cool email updates to our sponsors and let them know what is going on with our team. The team also designs much of the merchandise that we sell on our website. The second step is functionality. Collaboration is a huge factor in our team that we decided to an entire section for it. Now you might be wondering, what is so big about collaboration that helps you guys win awards? Well, the answer to that the question is the retention of knowledge. In our team, we like to make sure the freshmen and sophomores work with the seniors. We make them do this so that the experience that the seniors have gained from being in the team gets passed along to the new generation. This knowledge gained by the underclassmen gives them the right tools to get started on big projects. The seniors also act as mentors. For example, Barkan, who's our mentor for this presentation, when we first got started on this, he held meetings, and met frequently, and made sure we clearly understood what our objective was. There's also a number of other ways we retain knowledge.
Another way that allows our business team to function well is that our work schedule is very flexible. We can work on the things assigned to us at our own pace. Being a part of the business team offers plenty of options when it comes to where we are able to work from. We are able to work from home, the school library, our school's workspace, the workshop, Nordson, one of our sponsors, offices, or practically anywhere on school campus. We believe this type of work culture is very efficient because it allows our members to do the best work at their own comfort.
Next, our team functions based on a lot of knowledge and experience from older members. The Oak Tree, as we like to call it, is a platform that our team uses to store knowledge on specific topics. Allow me to explain. Before seniors graduate, they write articles about a certain topic related to robotics within our team. The articles range from how to build a proper drivetrain to how to properly present. These articles are then stored in this type of wiki to which our newest members can refer to in the future.
Additionally, under team functionality, we owe a huge part of our success to our amazing mentors for always being there for our team and guiding us. Without them, our team would not be able to function and we would not have been able to have the amount of success in our team that we have today. Also, all of our activities couldn't have been done with our amazing sponsors.
Even though COVID-19 pandemic is still going on, our business team is still able to function normally due to the adaptations we went through. We utilize the Slack app to carry out and organize all of our activities, conduct calls, and communicate with one another. Our business team still does everything else the same way, except we meet digitally. Another way we adapted to these new circumstances is the use of Trello. Trello is basically a website that lists out tasks for each person to complete. Through the use of this website, we were able to keep who's doing what. You might be wondering, how do our members learn to do all these tasks? Well, we have a planned out process named Bootcamp where we teach new members about how to complete tasks in the sub-team that they're interested in. For example, for the new members interested in the communication sub-team, we teach them how to do cold calls and write grants for a period of 2 months. Later on, the members are then put into a mock situations where we test out the skills they learned.
After the team is organized and fully functioning, It is finally time for step 3, competing for awards.
The first award we're going to go over is the Engineering Inspiration Award. What exactly is the Engineering Inspiration Award? Well, before we go over it, let's look into what exactly it is. As listed on the first website, it says that it's something that celebrates outstanding success in advancing respect and appreciation for engineering within a team, school, organization, and community. And it also involves pit interviews. For the Engineering Inspiration Award, we set up our pit to give ourselves the best possible environment and to tell our story. For example, we keep flyers in front of our pit listing out the activities we did to spread engineering within our community. When a judge gets there, we have a member go up to them and start walking them through each event that we did. Generally, we keep experienced members in the pit with a less experienced member so that the new member can learn from the experienced one. But most importantly, we make sure to keep at least one experienced person at the pit around all the time in case a judge shows up. All this preparation helps for us to win the Engineering Inspiration Award because we're able to talk with the judges and convey the information to them that puts us in a good light. We believe by doing these, we're able to win the Engineering Inspiration Award because first off, we're able to fulfill the first requirement, consistent outreach efforts, and we're able to fulfill that through our 5-year summer camp and the FLO teams we start each year. And another requirement that we fill off is the measurable success, which is requiring recruiting and more outreach efforts. The next award that we're going to go over is the Entrepreneurship Award. Before we go into it, this is just a general overview of what exactly the Entrepreneurship Award is. I'm pretty sure you guys already know what an Entrepreneurship Award is, so I'm just going to go over the basics. It's basically where a team can recognize has developed a comprehensive business plan. When preparing for this award, all the sub-teams pitch in to get the task done. Throughout the year, we strategically plan out events for each sub-team to do in order to give us the advantage of bulking up a resume for this award. Once the time arrives to apply, the sub-teams come together and compile all the events they did onto a document. They then use this document to create what we call the business plan, the business manual. When at events, we use this business plan to present ourselves in the best light to the judges, To present this manual to the judges, we hold tryouts. Usually, the backup people from the chairman's team take the initiative to properly present our manual. We appoint specific people to present our manual to the judges because, to us, every part of the interaction with the judge is important. By allowing a person who is experienced with the content of the manual present, we eliminate any instances of error. All these steps help us win the Entrepreneurship Award because having a clear, thought-out plan or an organization within a team allows members to produce quality work, which in turn helps put us in a good spot for winning the award. Here are a couple pages from our current business plan. Also in our business plan, we'd like to make sure that we have exactly what is required, nothing more and nothing less. Some reasons that we believe that we win the Entrepreneurship Award is because, well, we're able to meet all the criteria. For example, for the business plan organization, we're able to stick to the guidelines, and for the team decisions and dividing workload, we utilize Slack and Trello to fill out that requirement. And these are all the requirements that are listed on the first. These are all the requirements that are listed on the first website.
The last award that we will be talking about is the prestigious Chairman's Award. So what exactly is the Chairman's Award? Well, it's a first First-Centered Award, meaning that this award is all about first initiatives. According to the website, the Chairman's Award is the most prestigious award at First because it honors the team that best represents a model for other teams to emulate and best embodies the mission of First. The concept of the Chairman's Award enables First to recognize the team for their exemplary efforts in spreading the First message. One of the major parts of the Chairman's Award is the essay. Sorry about that. Take on this task, our outreach team selects the best writers every year to prepare the essay. When selecting the writers, the sub-team leader uses their experience to determine who gets to work on the essay. Most of the time, at least one senior who has experience writing the essay is appointed to help the team write it. This is done so that the new members can gain the knowledge of a more experienced person, and later on, when they are seniors, pass it down to the next generation of members. Also utilize Google Drive so that our members have easy access to documents and can easily track who's working on what. For presenter selection, our team goes through a process to select the people who get to present for such a prestigious award. Trials are held throughout the team and all members are invited to participate. Most of the time, the people that participate are from the business team. When doing these tryouts, we ask the participants to come prepared with a presentation that they will have to present to our mentors. And from there, the mentors select 5 people, 3 presenters and 2 backups who they believe to be the best at presenting. The backups are there just in case one of the main presenters won't be able to make it. In order to complete the final task, which is creating the presentation, outreach members and the presenters come together to make it. They make the presentation using the information written in the chairman's essay. Once the presentation is done, the presenters prepare for their big day by practicing in front of the mentors. Be sure to practice your presentation a lot, as practice makes perfect. After completing the essay, the presenter selection, and collaborating on a presentation and practicing it, we were able to win the Chairman's Award at the Petrie District Albany event in 2018. We won this award by making both our essay and our presentation strictly first-centered. Our essay emphasized team activities during the last 3 years and was followed up by in-depth discussions of the most recent 12 to 18 months. It was then thoroughly proofread and reviewed by our mentors. For the presentation, our business team came together and collaborated on it in order to make the final product. Conducting tryouts and practicing it through are also important to a successful presentation. We made sure that our impact was accurately measured and that our presentation stuck to the strict first-centered guidelines. Once again, examples of this impact include starting, mentoring, and assisting FLL, FTC, and FRC teams, and running and hosting events.
In conclusion, we use the 3 steps talked about to win awards. Step 1 allows us to divide and conquer, which helps tackle the work needed to apply for awards. Step 2 allows us to put out quality work when applying for awards. And step 3, we carefully read the rules and meet all the requirements so that the judges see us in the best light possible for each award. With all these steps combined, our team has had success winning awards. Winning awards is an important part of every first team. They motivate a team to strive for excellence, applying for them, and encourage them to. Even if it doesn't win the award, you guys would still be making your community a better place in general. And that is all for our presentation, how to win the most business awards. Any questions?
Thank you guys so much for listening. Feel free to visit our website at technotimes.org, email us, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
Awesome. Well, phenomenal presentation, you guys. As we wrap up our session, just a reminder that you can enter your next session by going to the Georgia First Symposium page through the email you received in your Eventbrite, or just on the georgiafirst.org website. I'd like to go ahead and thank our presenters. Great job, Coco. Great job, Siddharth. And thank you to all of the attendees. Have a wonderful day and enjoy your next session.
Thank you so much.